Are you interested to see my favorite neighborhood in Leesburg that's under $1 million? I'm Stephen Ellis with Ellis Properties, and let's go check out Woodlea Manor. Woodlea was built in the early 90s by Pulte Homes, and the homes vary between 3,500 to 5,000 square feet in size. And the price point is often dictated by the amount of updates that have been done inside by the owners. Some sellers have put in a lot of work in updating the home, and other sellers have done probably the bare minimum in trying to update a home from the 90s. But why is this my favorite neighborhood? Well, I'm going to start with the location. We are directly off Route 15, 3 miles away from downtown Leesburg, so it's a super quick drive. Downtown Leesburg, as you know, is one of my favorite spots. You've got all your bars, you've got all your restaurants, you've got breweries, you've got shops. There's so much to do down there, and being so close to it within a 10-minute drive is something that I absolutely love. The next is the curb appeal of not only the homes, but also the neighborhood here. When you're walking through the neighborhood, you get almost a sense of luxury looking at all the houses, the tall trees, the street signs. They even have a little bit of everything here, from the brick roof front homes to the metal roofs, to the plantation shutters, even side load garages. So we've talked a lot about new construction homes on our channel and in Leesburg, but this is a different type of feeling when you walk into this neighborhood, and it's something that I love. It also includes great schools down the road as well as a community pool. The last part about this neighborhood is the price point and the title of this video. So for everything that I've mentioned on these great private lots, it's still under $1 million in Loudoun County, which is absolutely crazy. So enough about talking. Let's go and start to check out some of this neighborhood. We're going to check out the homes. We're going to take a drone tour of some of the surrounding area here. And then lastly, we're going to wrap it up with a home tour for a home that's actually for sale right now. Go check it out. All right, so this is the front of the neighborhood. Right when you pull in perpendicular to this big road here, pardon my huge finger, is Route 15. So this is the entrance into the neighborhood. Just wanted to give you a feel for just all of the big trees here, some of the beautiful homes, the brick front homes. And as I was saying, you really just don't get the feel of a new construction when you're walking through this neighborhood. It's been around for over 30 years now. You'll even have some of the original owners that built in some of these homes. And you just have a really great community feel. I mentioned earlier that even the stop signs and some of the street signs just give you some of that curb appeal. And it's just something then you're different than you're going to see from any other neighborhood around here. So they have the fancy lettering, they've got the brown stop signs, street signs, just stuff that's really cool that you're not going to see. This lawn is absolutely beautifully maintained. Kudos to them. And Jacobs here is actually one of my favorite streets in the neighborhood, just because you have the huge trees that almost touch the other side of the street. Very mature trees, beautiful homes, beautiful houses. I mentioned that you're going to get side loads garages, so this is a good example of one. You've got a side load garage on this home, the corner house, actually a 3-car garage. Not very often you're going to see that in here, but definitely an option. And then the house right across the street is actually awesome too. I love that one because it's not the brick, it's not your typical siding, it's not the red brick either. I'm not a fan of that. I know some people are, the traditional style brick, but it's got that stone front. And I think they did that after the fact because I don't see that on a lot of the houses here, but it just gives to show you that the HOA isn't super strict on what you can and can't do here. And I think it looks great. All right, the first house that I wanted to show you all, this one literally just closed last weekend. The owner actually popped out to see what I was doing filming his house, and he was super nice, had a great conversation with him. The house was only on the market for 3 days. They ended up offering $25K over what they were asking for, and it actually crossed that $1 million mark. So for some of these nice houses that get competitive, that are super done inside, you're gonna be a little bit over that $1 million mark, but I'll show you some of the pictures here in a second of why they got over $1 million, because it was just super nice inside, staged very well. It has a backyard, it has a screened-in porch, a patio, and just the overall curb appeal of this house and the surrounding houses really make this one something special. All right, so let's go take a quick tour of a home in Woodlea Manor. So right as you walk up, you can take a look at the rest of the street here. We're on the end of a cul-de-sac, a nice quiet street. You got tall, mature trees. Some of them absolutely huge. Just got here after school let out, so I had to wait behind a couple school buses and a couple bus stops. Very nice day out, so let's go check inside. So this home has been on the market for 51 days, which is an eternity in this market. It started at $880 and it is actually down to $831 right now. It is 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms on about a third of an acre, a little bit less. I saw the purple shutters out there, left a little bit to be desired. But let's go ahead and check out the inside here. So right when you walk in, you've got a very tall, high foyer. Your formal living area. To the right, pretty standard floor plan, you've got your standard dining room and a cutout walkway to get you through into the kitchen. Your way into the main living area here. So first thing you notice is these look like original hardwood floors. Some was built in 1991, and judging by the floors and the fireplace there, they definitely have not upgraded too many things in this home, but we'll take a look at them and kind of point them out as we go through. You got your half bath, powdering off the main level, and then your kitchen. They have replaced the granite, definitely newer. Another tale of the 90s there is your half pony wall there separating 2 rooms, whereas now it's just kind of wide open, the style. Your kitchen island. Appliances are a little bit newer, and the cabinets looks like they might be original, just painted white. You can see the wear and tear on them with slapping some new hardware on them. Off the kitchen here, you've got your pantry, a little bit of space, and you also have your laundry on the main level. Take a peek at the garage here. Find a late auto light. Love it. All right, let's go check out what double has. One cool feature is the fireplace there does connect straight through, so it's a double-sided fireplace into your study area here. Got a nice big window there. This lot is very, very nice. We'll check out the backyard in a second once we go look at the deck and patio, but you've got virtually no neighbors back there. All right, let's go check out upstairs. They definitely have replaced the carpets. So your first bedroom right when you walk in. Definitely on the smaller side, but a decently sized closet that's a little deep there. And we'll keep working our way. Bedroom 2. There's bedroom 3. You've got your full bathroom up here for those 3 bedrooms that share it. It looks like they definitely replaced the flooring here, as well as the cabinets and the vanity. Shower tile, definitely original. You can tell that this home is vacant and has been sitting on the market for 51 days with a couple bugs in the sink. So again, pricing strategy is always important. You don't want to be sitting in the market for 50 days and start to have that kind of stuff pop up. Buyers just turn their heads and walk away out of that. So walking our way into the primary, you've got your nice vaulted ceilings. Taking a look up, you've got your huge floor-to-ceiling windows. Overlooking your backyard. And then a very good-sized primary bedroom. Primary baths. Got your two vanities here with your towel rack in the middle, your soaking tub, your shower, and your bath. So again, they've updated the floors, they've updated the vanities, but everything else in here is definitely original. They haven't touched probably since they moved in. And then you're probably wondering where the closet is. It is right off the bathroom here. So a pretty good walk-in closet that dips all the way back there as well. So in terms of space, the bedrooms are not huge up here, but they're all pretty good size, where if you wanted to go full bed in the back to the first one that we saw, you definitely could do that. And then if you wanted to do queens in both of these, I think it's definitely possible. All right, let's hustle down and we'll check out the basement. So again, most of the houses in this neighborhood are going to be under that $1 million mark. I'd say at $830, this is going to be one of the cheaper ones that's out there. So I shouldn't use the word cheap. I should use the word less expensive. But you can tell just because of the finishes in here, they just haven't done a ton of upgrades, which is the reason why behind the pricing. And starting at $880 was very, very aggressive. So as soon as you walk down, the basement is a little choppy. They left up some walls for a little bit of clarity on rooms, depending on what they were doing down here. I would have loved to see it just a little bit more open, just your typical basement setup. But they got the walkout out to a paver patio. And as you walk down, and to the left and right, this is where it gets split up a little bit. To the right, they've got a separate little play area. So if you're going to do like a kid's play area, you might want to tuck it back here, kind of get all your stuff out of the way, out of mind, out of sight. And then this is your storage. Looks like our light is not working, unfortunately, so we'll just roll with it. But they do have what looks like a water purifier, you know, all their utilities back here. Good storage space. One other little rec room area with a lot of windows. And then they're calling this the fifth bedroom. So you've got the egress window big enough to climb out of per code and low enough to the ground to climb out of per code. And you've got a huge walk-in closet as well. And then also the bathroom off of it. So really good space down here and really good natural light, I think, are the two things going for it. You've got these huge windows that the basement isn't really walk up, it's more just walk out. And when you get that, you really benefit from all those windows and natural light. It doesn't feel like a basement when you're in there, just rather another living level. So let's wrap it up by checking out this back patio. Definitely an original 1990 door. All right. So they've got everything screened in, which is nice, keeping some of the bugs out in here. All the wooding down here actually is in really good condition too. But another just big privacy like in this house is amazing. Being on the end of the court here, you've got no neighbors behind you, just woods. Something that I really, really love about this neighborhood are the lots and just some of the curb appeal on some of these homes. The proximity to Leesburg and still being under $1 million. It's hard to find a combination of all of those. And then if you're willing to put a little bit of sweat equity like into this one with some new floors, maybe a couple new kitchen items here and there, there's a lot of equity to be desired for sure. All right, hopefully you guys like this tour of this little home here in Woodlea Manor. Stick around for a little bit more footage of the neighborhood. Like and subscribe. If you want to see another neighborhood in Leesburg, whether it's new construction or resale, be sure to let us know down in the comments, and we'll be sure to tackle those next.